All right, let's be honest. There's the catch. The stack is promising speed training, wedge training, putting, basically a trainer in every single department of the game. It definitely does work. However, there are some ways to maximize your progress, some tips and tricks that are going to actually unlock your ability to swing the stack faster into a golf ball, the ability to hit the wedges, not just the right distance, but actually in the right area of the green. And then lastly, with the putting, there's a way of doing stack putting that actually gives you the breakthrough that you deserve on the green.
Nice one,
putt. Hold more of those crucial birdie putts, or par putts, if that's your scoring range. Let's dive on in. Let's talk about what's going on here. And I think I've got some gold here for you guys. Let's do it. Okay, let's jump into the first big major secret of jumping from taking your newfound speed with the stack into the back of the golf ball. Very simple. It's called bridging. Let's let Marty, the man himself, explain it to you straight away.
Let's finish up the session with bridging. I already set up my head cover. It's 6 swings total. It's 3 swings addressing the head cover with a hosel and 3 full swings, full intent. The ones with a different address position look a bit like this.
It's pretty simple. All you're doing is you're transferring the speed you have here. You grab hold of your driver, any old head cover, maybe not a pretty pins and aces one, maybe just you can even wrap up your socks, or you can find the old used head cover, maybe at the lost property at the golf club. There's always a spare one lying around there that no one wants anymore. But you just pop the old head cover down there, or like I said, a sock, and you whack it with your driver. I would suggest doing this, if not the end of almost every speed session, I would definitely do it maybe once a week, or at least once a fortnight while you're doing your speed work, to get used to taking your newfound speed into an object. A lot of players will find a massive increase too from their stack speed to this, because some players like myself who have learnt to do a lot of speed work or hit the ball hard, our kinematic sequencing or our timing is very much optimized for when there's a ball there. You take the ball away and suddenly we don't swing these things all that quickly at the start. We actually have to learn how to swing a stick without a ball quickly. This helps us transfer our speed back and forth. So it both bridges the gap for players that have fast this into the golf ball, and then players that are the other way around. We're really quick with an object to get used to going fast the other way. It's a great drill, it's super simple, and it's going to help you transfer your newfound speed with the stack training into the golf ball in a much quicker way. Next, let's talk about how to optimize your delivery, which is how you swing the club, your path, and your angle of attack, so that your newfound speed that you're getting into the golf ball is transferring into optimal launch conditions for maximum distance. Let's keep going. All right, next aspect of getting good quality speed training in is understanding how to swing up on the golf ball and swing direction. Very simple. You can just use the old head cover and pop it in front of wherever you are speed training. We are missing one thing here, the radar. Once that's there, so that's behind the golf ball on your intended line, and you have a head cover in front of you. Very simple. I'm just going to use my left hand only because my right arm's a bit buggered at the moment. And all you have to do is start here and have the intent to make your normal swing and swing up over the head cover. That's all. Because if you're going down on it and you manage to hit the head cover, feedback, you're getting steep. And if you hit down on the golf ball, you are most definitely not optimizing your distance. Next thing, to get swing direction, you can move the head cover a little further forward. And now it's still down your intended target line, and you can not only swing up over the head cover, you can go up into the right of the head cover. Now you're starting to create a swing direction that is up and right with an ascending blow. Obviously you have to learn how to twist the shafts to square it up, but for maximizing distance and getting a neutral path, you need to have a positive swing direction and hit up on it. So if you can start getting much faster while swinging up and right, you're going to absolutely maximize your distance. So if you train smart and then you use the bridge drill you're going to be improving your distance very quickly, not just increasing your club speed. All right, so that's speed training. Let's look at next at how to take the stack radar and stack wedge and actually turn it into maximum strokes gained in approach. Stack wedge. Now they've managed to make the little wee stack radar into an amazing tool for training your approach play and distance control. However, there's more to it than just hitting the right number. There's a big element of playing golf, approach play golf, where it's all about hitting it to the fat side of the green or the safe side of the hole. You can hit the perfect number and land it a meter left and you short side yourself and you walk off making doubles, and worse when you had no business doing it. So when you're doing your stack wedge training, learning to not only hit it to a number but aiming a little bit left or a little bit right, and then at it, actually slightly randomizing your alignment and your intended target line will dramatically improve not only your dispersion accuracy, distance-wise, but also direction-wise. Let me demonstrate. All right, so here we are within TPS. This could obviously be just your local practice fairway or a net at home, as long as you have an intended center line. I have my carry distance asking me to hit 83 meters. So instead of just doing this, where you'd set up and go, okay, 83 meters straight, and wherever it is,
Shot one carried 80 meters.
It's not really all what golf is. Golf isn't all about just hitting it like that, dead straight. It's cool, but then you get really good at going straight, and then when you get out there and play golf, there's wind, there's lie, there's conditions, there's bunkers, there's water. You actually have to train yourself to aim away from the flag and hit it there. That is a skill I wish I had acquired as a younger man, like big time. All I did was spending hours hitting 5 irons, just getting this beautiful laser eye flight, and then I'd get out there in the golf course and I couldn't understand why whenever I aimed right, I pulled it back to the target, or I aimed left and I pushed it. And obviously then the wind grabs it and you end up hitting in horrific spots, but I just never knew how to practice properly. So that's fine. 83 that first time. Now it's the same number. It's going to give me 3 goes, which is really, really good for actual training purposes like this. Now my intent is going to be to hit the same carry number around 83 meters, but I purposely want to imagine that this is all water, all out of bounds, and I need to hit it to the left of that. So now I have to go through my routine. I have to think about it. I have to go, yep, 83 carry, but I'm landing it left of target. Not don't go right, land it left. Language is key.
Shot 2 carried 86 meters. One more.
Carry 86. Cool. So now I've hit it left of my intended target, carried it 2 or 3 meters too much. Great. That is playing to the fat side of the green. Now at worst I've got a 20-footer coming back across the green, maybe 30 feet. But I'd rather be on the fat side of the green than going at that flag and pushing or pulling it and ending up in a bunker short-sided, whatever. Now my third shot, same thing. And you see here, Stack gave me the same score for those first 2 shots. It was within 3 meters. So whether or not I hit it dead straight at the flag or 30 feet left, it gave me the same score because it's basing everything on carry distance. So it's almost the perfect tool to do this with. Whereas even when I do like a TrackMan combine or performance center testing, performance center is quite good, but if I'm doing a TrackMan combine, it's all aimed on just going straight all the time, which is like a game, not golf. 83 meters, and now I'm going to try and attempt to hit it to the right. Left is completely dead. Pin high right, 83 meters.
Shot 1 carried 71 meters.
Strike, be short and right. Perfect.
Target distance is 28 using your 58-degree wedge.
So there, I accomplished my task of hitting it to the right, but I bailed out, hit it high toey, so I lost my yardage. Again, this has turned the simple skill of trying to hit the same number into a challenging process of getting both alignment, ball control, and carry. And that's the key to being good at any approach play. It's not just how can I get my perfect distance, it's can I match it up with the correct line. And if you just make that tiny adjustment in whether you're doing your practice certainly with the stack wedge like that, or if you're doing all your practice out in the golf course like that, sorry, in the range like that, if this is how you're doing your practice, your approach play is going to improve out of sight. All right, now that we've got approach play, we've got driver sorted, let's go talk about stack putting and how to turn that into just the most amazing tool for changing your self-image and improving your golf score. To the green. Okay, stack putting, probably the most underrated part of the entire stack family. Literally the one that will probably affect your golf score the most. Now, it's a fantastic tool. Takes you through those 18
Hole
holes
1,
of
4 feet,
gamified
uphill,
practice,
left to right.
easy strokes gained based against either tour or your handicap. But the superpower you want to use is every putt is going to be a birdie putt if you're trying to learn to shoot par or better, or if you're trying to break 80 or trying to shoot a PB, make every first putt a par putt. And you actually can play a running score in your mind. So say someone like me who's stuck in that scoring range of 74 to 72 and I want to get into the mid to low 60s. If every first putt is a birdie putt, I'm getting used to going a footer downhill right to left, or any of those kind of putts that will give me in the 18-hole game, I'm actually trying to go under par. So I can play it, and if I have 6 or 7 one putts in my 18 holes, all of a sudden I have now shot 6 or 7 under par in my mind. And I'm training myself to go under par. If I'm a higher handicapper and I'm trying to learn to break 80, every one of those putts is a par putt, that first putt. So now suddenly I'm starting to shoot under 90, under 80. I'm gamified practice, and just simply turning this into a process where you're not just putting for strokes gain purposes, you're literally putting for birdie or for par. When you get out there on the golf course, suddenly it becomes like you to break that score. So get out there, you stack putting, and I guarantee you your scores are going to drop substantially. So there you have it. 3 ways you can improve all those different aspects of your speed training with the stack unit. Now bear in mind, obviously you can do that bridge drill and the angle of attack drill without doing stack training. You can absolutely, on the range, work on hitting it left and right whenever you're trying to improve your dispersion control. And on putting green, you can always play the old 18-hole game and try and shoot under par. However, the benefit of this guy is it is guiding you through the practice, telling you which weights to do, what intensity to do. It's giving you the yardage to hit, and then on the putting, it's giving you the putt to hit, and then it's measuring it with you every single time. So you can actually have that beautiful moment of measurable progress. That's the massive benefit that this guy's bringing to the table. Yes, the speed with the variable weights and stuff, but the fact that it's measuring your progress, it's guiding you in your training. You don't really have to think what you're about to do in your training session. Yes, I've given you a couple things to think about here, but you don't have to think a ton. You just kind of show up, do the work, and you're going to get the results. I hope that helps you make your decision. And when it comes to the practice, please try these little things, and I think you're going to see some substantial progress. Thanks for your time, guys. We'll see you in the next one.